Hi, my friends and relatives, and whoever doesn't know me, my name is Zarima, and I would like to share my experience in buying a house in Long Island, New York. In December 2022, me and my husband decided to buy a house. We wish we thought about it earlier. I don't know why we didn't think about it, probably because we thought we could not afford it. However, later, when we were just searching for the property prices in the market just for fun, we found out that we actually can afford a mortgage because the mortgage payment is almost the same as the rent payment. The only difference is that when you own the house, you're building an equity. For renting a property, you're basically just throwing your money away. Here are some steps which may help you or anyone else in buying a house in New York that we wish we knew earlier. Number one, decide where you want to live, whether you want to live in the city or suburbs or maybe any other state. Decide whether you want a house or an apartment. Me and my husband were on the same page that we wanted to live and raise our future kids in Long Island. While Long Island can offer so much, not to mention its proximity to New York City, it's always the best to check such features as property taxes, neighborhood safety, school ratings, public transport for commute. Number two, find a mortgage lender. Research and contact different mortgage lender companies and compare what they can offer you. They will request a bunch of documentation to verify your income, liabilities, etc. After they verify all this information, they will be able to advise you on what type of loan you're eligible for and also how much they can lend you, together with the interest rate. We were very lucky with our mortgage officer. Not only she was so passionate and professional in her job, she also managed to get us the lowest interest rate possible at that time. The interest rate at that time was quite high, 8%. I think nowadays it's still 8 or even more than 8. So she managed to get us 6.5, which saved us so much money and we were very, very happy about it. Number three, request for the pre-approval letter. Pre-approval letters are usually issued by the mortgage companies. It's usually free of charge and they are valid for 30 days. The pre-approval letter will help you to close the deal faster if you find your dream home. And also, some landlords, they don't even show you the houses if you don't have pre-approval letter. It will also show your broker and the landlord that you're a serious buyer and you're not wasting anyone's time. Number four, find a reputable real estate agent. Professional real estate agent will be your eyes and ears when you can't be there. They also can sense things about the property that only a professional can understand. It's always best to hear advice from them because they work in your best interest. Share your requirements and your budget with your real estate agent, and your agent will be sending you the properties based on your criteria. Buyers' real estate agents do not charge usually anything from the buyer, and they show the houses for free as well. It took us around 5 months to find our dream house, and we were very, very lucky with our real estate agent. She was professional, passionate, patient, and very knowledgeable. She showed us so many houses and was always available. Number five, research and keep an eye on new listings. Although your agent will be sending updated listings on a daily basis, it's always better to help yourself and your broker with researching yourself as well. Agent might miss some property or think that it won't interest you. So it's always better to work together as a team to help you to find your best house. Also, make sure you know approximately what you want.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Because when you know what you want, it's way easier to identify and recognize the house of your dream when you see it.
Look at it. Oh, wallpaper's a little faded. That's okay. Carpet's a little loose. Hardwood floors.
For example, us, we knew that we wanted minimum 3-bedroom, safe neighborhood, high school ratings, big yard, big kitchen, wood floors, and personally, for me, I wanted short stairs as I'm petrified of long stairs. Swimming pool was an advantage. We didn't expect, it was not a deal breaker, but we always wanted a house with a swimming pool. Number six, save money. Apart from down payment, you need to take into consideration other costs that will be involved. For example, closing costs. inspection costs, attorney costs, insurance costs, and many more. Down payment may be as low as 3%, depending on your mortgage type and your personal financial situation. On average, it is usually 10 to 20%. We pay 10% down payment from our home value. Closing costs can vary from 3 to 5%. We pay 3.5%, but there was one unexpected cost that we didn't take into consideration. Our landlord paid property taxes 6 months in advance, which meant that we had to reimburse that amount of money in one payment. It was quite a lot. It was $7,000. We just needed to find those $7,000 somewhere and pay him.
Money, please! Money, please.
Even after buying a house, there are so many other expenses to take into consideration. For example, changing the locks. It cost us $600 to change the lock. Well, you can always choose the cheaper lock, but we wanted the digital one, which is high security. Another thing, installing security system, very expensive as well. Painting. I never knew that painting is so expensive. We would have painted everything ourselves, but our ceilings are so high and I don't think we would do a great job by painting it ourselves. Of course, you can leave the house as it is, but we wanted to refresh it and paint it so it feels more clean and nice. We didn't take into consideration some other expenses such as changing the toilet seat or buying a washing machine with a dryer, because the ones that we had in this house worked when our inspector checked it, but once we moved, it actually stopped working, so we had to buy new ones. Some furniture, appliances here and there, it can come up to a big sum of money. So try to save as much as you can. Ask your relatives, friends, parents if you can live with them while you're searching for a house. This will help you to save more money. For example, my parents-in-law were so kind and sweet to let us live with them while we were searching for a house. We saved a lot of money instead of spending that money on rent and utilities. Number 7, visit the shortlisted houses. Once you shortlist the houses, make sure you visit them in person to see if they look like on the pictures, and also to search for the red flags, which are never mentioned on the advertising.
What? Excellent, excellent. Girls, choose a bunk and unpack. Ron, get out of the kitchen, we're all hungry.
For example, we liked one house and we visited it. The house was perfect. It was renovated, big yard, 3-bedroom, everything we wanted. But there was a big but. Right near the house, there was a little creepy, shady looking motel. Our agent advised us not to buy the house because it seemed like they're doing some shady business over there. So we didn't feel safe living right near that house, and we ended up not buying it. Another example, we liked another house that we visited. It was great, it was cute, perfect, but there were 12 trees in the yard. They were so close to the house that in case of hurricane, it could actually destroy the house. And at that time, we learned that removing a tree is so expensive. It costs $2,000 to remove one tree. Can you imagine how much we would spend to remove 12 trees? So going further, we were always checking on Google Maps to see if there are any other trees around, or examining pictures better, not to waste anyone's time, because we would not buy a house with a lot of trees around. Also, make sure the house is not in a flood zone unless you're okay with that. We didn't want to buy a house in a flood zone because A, in case of hurricanes, our house will be destroyed and we would need to rebuild it again. B, we would need to pay flood insurance in addition to home insurance. And C, we would need to pay flood insurance for the cars as well. Make sure to take videos of each and every property that you see. It will help you to keep a track on properties that you saw, and also examine them better when you come home. Also, to think with a fresh head the next day what you really think about property. Also look at this house with a fresh head next day, and to compare all of those houses with each other, because honestly, after you see like 30 to 50 houses, they all blend in and you really forget what you saw, what you liked, what you didn't like. Number 8, make an offer. Once you like the house, make a fair offer. Your real estate agent should help you to identify the best and fair offer to be competitive and also not to overpay. Be prepared to a bidding war.
Oh, I got 2,000 right here. Ow! $3,000. $5,000.
Who said that?
Hey!
Okay, $5,000 to the dirty geezer in the back. I'm sure no one's gonna wish to go higher than that, so we can just be done with it now.
$10,000.
$20,000! $20,000! Going once, going twice.
$50,000 cash.
Good priced houses in safe neighborhoods of Long Island are in high demand. Some houses are sold 10 to 20% more than the listed prices. So be prepared to enter a so-called bidding war with other buyers. We made an offer on one house that we loved. The listing price was $590,000. We offered $620,000, which was $30,000 more. Guess what? We still lost the bid. Later on, we found out that the buyer who bought the house offered the same price as we did, but his down payment was 20% and ours was 10%. But it was for the better because we ended up buying a way better house in a way better neighborhood. Number 10, home inspector. Once the seller accepts your offer, find a licensed home inspector who will check the house for any future potential problems. He will inspect the foundation, structure, roof, plumbing, electricity, appliances, and many more. Average price of home inspector varies from $400 to $1,000 per inspection. Landlords usually do not reimburse the price, and they usually do not tell you about potential problems for different reasons. Maybe they don't really know, or maybe they decided not to tell you. So be prepared to spend 2 to 5 inspection expenses on your future house. I know it's a lot of money, but on the long run, it will pay off. Last thing you want to have undiscovered problems with foundation, structure, or even termites. If inspection was successful, you love the house, you submit the report to the mortgage lender company, and they will send their representative to appraise the house so that they can give you the final approval. Number 11, find a real estate attorney. Your broker should be able to advise a licensed and good and trusted real estate attorney. I had a personal meeting with our attorney, and she went through each and every clause, explained us everything. It was like 50 or 70 pages of a contract, but it was very transparent, and we felt very comfortable that we know about everything and there are no underwater stones that might appear later on. Real estate attorney prices varies from $1,000 to $3,000 per transaction. We paid our attorney $1,200. She was great. We were very happy with her. Final step number 12, the day you've been waiting for, closing time.
Closing time, every new beginning. I never heard that song before, and once I heard it, I did not care for it. But that song means it's time to go home. Now, it's my favorite song.
On a closing day, you will meet the seller, seller's attorney, mortgage lender, realtor, title company representative, your attorney. You will meet all together. The attorney will read the contract and explain every clause to both parties, and both of you will need to sign each and every page. Once everything is signed, you submit your checks, the seller gives you the key, you shake hands, and that's it. You just need to wait until your mortgage company sends you the final pack of documents. Congratulations, you are now a proud owner of a Long Island house. Make sure you have all documents in place for the smooth transition. Make sure you work with a dream team like we had. We are very happy with each and every member of our team who helped us to find a house of our dream. I hope this video will help you or anyone you know to find a house. I wish we knew about the steps earlier because it might help us to expedite the process. But in the end of the day, we got our dream house with a dream team and we are happy. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you did, it will make me so happy, and also it will encourage me to share my experience on different subjects with you. See you in the next video. Bye.